Hey, yo! What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy, Billy's Graph Reviews. Y'all motherfuckers get used to the name. Please like, subscribe, comment, follow my Instagram, Billy's Ideas. Hit me on there. My shit blowing up. My shit going up more. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. I need everybody that's been viewing my video lately to please like my video. Please subscribe to my channel so I can get my channel up and out there. I'm starting to take this shit more serious because I've been having more people notice. Today review is going to be about the Pentel Presto. This is the correction pen. Everybody already knows what this is. Most everybody that been painting a while knows what this is. So here we go. I'm gonna give you some background on the correction pen, and I'm gonna be using these too. This is the OTR Speed White. This is the solvent-based correction pen, fluid, paint, whatever you want to call it. I got mine taped up because this shit could easily opens and it'll get everywhere. So this is just like a white paint. That's what it looks like right here. You could get this on Bombing Science. For sure on Bombing Science. They might have it on Art Primo. This one right here I got from Bombing Science. I used it on my other video. This is the OTR Incredible Ink. Highly UV resistant, fade proof, extremely permanent, and it leaves a buff, like a crazy buff like it leaves a crazy ghost. It's highly buff proof and all that extra shit. This is one of the most like permanent inks right here. The OTR Incredible Ink. So like I said, I'm gonna give you some background on the correction pen fluid. I just thought this was some interesting type shit because a lot of people that watch my videos like to know the background on stuff. Most people already know about the company Pentel, but I'm gonna speak about the company Pentel in a different video. Today I'm going to talk about the correction. I'm going to talk about a lady. Her name is Bette Nesmith Graham. She's the mother of a future guitarist for the Monkees named Michael Nesmith. She was a typist that would make a lot of errors, and she ended up mixing a little concoction of tempera paint and kitchen blender, and she started selling bottles to co-workers later on, when naming it Mistake Out. So she'd have all these little bottles of correction ink, of this white fluid that she would sell to her co-workers as Mistake Out, and whenever they made mistakes, she would just hit it with this correction pen type of stuff, with this fluid. And so she started selling bottles to co-workers. She ended up getting fired from there, but started taking this seriously. She worked day in and day out with the Mistake Out, and she ended up signing a deal with Gillette. You know, the company Gillette. She signed a deal with that company just shy of under $50 million with royalties. So that's kind of something right there that I just wanted to show people. Like, maybe if you have something that you're working on right now and you might not know if it's a big deal or whatever, it might be a small help to you, but it's a big help to everybody else. As you can see, she made damn near $50 million with royalties on that deal. So, and I thought it was pretty cool that it was a lady that created it too, like an inventor. Basically that's what she did. She invented that fluid. So I thought that was pretty cool. I know a lot of people watch my videos like to know the history on shit. So yeah, her name again is Bette Nesmith Graham. You could look her up, or you could just type up who invented the correction pen. And she didn't invent the correction pen. She invented the correction fluid. So this stuff right here. So I'm not sure if we would even have this, or we would even be using this if it wasn't for Bette Nesmith Graham. So shout out to her for that, for creating this, because now we get to use this. I got a couple other ones right here from Art Primo. I got some other colors and paints in these. I think this one got blue in it, silver. I got some other shit, but I'm gonna add some of this to one of them, and I'll probably refill this again just to show y'all how I do it. So a couple things I wanted to talk about the a couple pros and cons, right? So some pros about this marker in particular: it's a fine metal tip, as you can see right there. It's a fine metal tip. It's ideal for making corrections, but we don't use it for that. We just use it for getting into like hard places, or basically writing on anything. This will damn near write on anything, even the street. Like even the floor. Quick drying. It's an opaque fluid that goes in here. Well, that's this. It's opaque fluid, but whatever you put in here. It's small, real pocket size, durable. You know how small. It's concealable, hideable. It's concealable because if you were to get caught with this, it don't really look like a tool you'd be using to tag with. It just looks like something that you could get away with say, hey, I use it on paper or whatever when I make mistakes. You get away with it if you get caught with it. It could write on any surface, like I said. It could even write on the street, especially if you have ink in here and you write it on the street, it'll just bleed right through. The thing that I like best about this is what I just said. You could add ink, you could have paint. It'll do either or. You could put ink in here, you could put paint in here, and it'll still work. I seen people put paint in here. Like there's another YouTuber, Inevitable Rebels. You could check his video out where he puts ink in here and shows y'all how it looks with that. It looks pretty dope. So I'll go ahead and some of the cons, right? So some of the cons are gonna be this shit right here is really stinky. So if you're tagging indoors with this, like in school or some shit, or like in the bathroom, really stinky. And another thing, it leaves a small mark. Like this is small. All the cons are gonna be that it's the size of the marker. Like it's a small mark. Like it can be tagged on easily. People could go over you real easy. There's a small amount, as you can see. There's not really, you can't put that much, but you don't need that much either because it leaves a small mark, so you don't really need that much. And then it's a small body, so it's really like you could lose this easily, you know. So it's very losable, I guess. And then another pro that I just thought of was that the marker isn't too, well, I mean, to me it ain't too expensive, but depending on everybody, like depending on onto who it is, like might be expensive to me, might not be expensive to you, whatever, you know what I mean? But it's only like a couple bucks or some shit. You could easily get a new one if you lose it, is what I'm saying. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go through the review. I got a couple different things to write on, because I noticed some people been asking me to write on different shit instead of just like the same canvases or like the same weak shit that I've been using. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it looks like. So this is a piece of wood right here. As you can see, I got a smooth surface and then I got the rough surface right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hit it so you can see. I'm gonna use this one right here, the Presto, and then I'm gonna run through some other ones that I got. You gotta make sure you shake it up because this has some high quality solvent in here, so it's got to be fully shook up, because if you don't shake it up, it'll just come out. It won't be opaque, it'll just come out like water or some shit. It'll be like transparent if you don't shake it. And you could get drips with it if you just squeeze it hard enough. The thing about with the correction ink or with the correction paint is you gotta squeeze it hard to get the drips. See how hard you gotta squeeze it? How hard you gotta squeeze it, you know what I mean? Like, you don't gotta squeeze it that hard, but and then another thing is you waste it. Whew. That shit stinks too. Oops, kind of fucked up on my A, but so you get what it basically looks like. Kind of just mind you, so this is like the more like, it's kind of like a rougher surface. It actually ain't even that rough now that I feel it. Here's a shoebox right here. You know what I'm saying? That's the shoebox. I could flip it to the other side. You can see how it looks on the other side. So this is the smooth side right here. So as you can see, it's like kind of streaky on this side, it seems like. But as you can see, look, you also got to clean this nib every now and then too. Just got to kind of clean that off. My boy Inevitable Rebels, like I said earlier, shout out to him. Y'all got to go check him out. He challenged me to do a to see how fast I could get a write off. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna write schizo. Let me hit another one. I'm gonna start at 16 minutes. So, 16 minutes. So that took me like 6 seconds, 7 seconds, something like that. Let me hit it one more time. 16:20. So that's about 8 seconds that it took me to get that right off. It's pretty sick. I like that name. I'm not sure if he wanted me to do a full video. I could do a full video. I just wanted to get that right off real quick. Let me hit another one at 16:50. Damn, I couldn't even see. Look at this nib. See, you got to get that nib cleaner. I was supposed to actually wipe this off, but I just kept it how it was because that's how it is in the streets. You know, shit'll be dirty and it'll be like crusty. So you got to just kind of go with the flow. Let me hit another one. One more time. Yeah, this shit's acting up right here. See, that's the thing. Another thing. This is so this would be another con about this. Once you get this shit, like, you gotta unclog this shit, or like kind of like it'll work again, but you just gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, some shit like that. I say like my fastest write would be like 6 seconds or some shit like that. Yeah, see, the more as you get, as you write more with it, like try to do a non-stop, it'll just, on this service, it'll just fuck it up because you got to keep wiping it off. But anyway, that's enough with the regular white. I'm going to show you guys some, I'm going to show you guys some of the other ones I got right here. But shout out to my boy Inevitable Rebels though. Shout out to my boy Rusty Graffiti Reviews. It's Skiz. Like it's a couple dudes, it's a couple younger people, or I mean, it don't matter the age, but I'm saying like it's a couple other people on YouTube that I've been in tune with, like UFO and some other names like that. I know it's probably some other people I'm forgetting because I can't think of them right now, but shout out to the other people that basically like more paved the way for people like me to start as well, because I've been seeing people like them before I started making YouTube videos, and I figured I had content myself to provide. So shout out to them for inspiring people like me and people like y'all to keep doing what y'all love to do. So I'm gonna switch sides over here and I'm gonna hit it with this other shit that I got. I'm not sure what's in this one right here. Like some of these I just ordered from Art Primo and just I don't even know if like some of these bitches I never even used. I'm not sure this one has something on it. Sometimes they get stuck with some shit, like, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but this nib is kind of acting up. But back to like kind of what I was saying though about like shouting out the other people on YouTube is I like to shout out those people to give them their props because I feel like they deserve it, and those are the people that were doing this before, and I like to give props to the people that did it before. That's all. That's how you get places in life, you know what I'm saying? You gotta work with people. Okay, so this one right here is a silver. I put some Spanish Montana in this one like a year ago, so this one will work. For some reason this press and go ain't working right now, but they usually work. I don't know what's going on, but here's some silver I got. Look how this shit comes out. This shit comes out so raw. Look at this shit, watch. Look how raw that is. Look how raw that is. That's that Spanish Montana. I love the drips because it just drips so clean out of these little mini corrections. And remember how I said earlier that it writes so small? It writes so small when you use this shit. I mean, this ain't shit. It's good, but I'm saying like when you use a paint like this Spanish Montana, even though that shit stinks, but when you use a paint, just look how like this type of paint, like a more runny type paint, or even an ink like I seen on Inevitable, like the inks it just drips so raw, like it just drips so clean. The drips are just so mean, like undeniable. Let's change it on the more cleaner side and see what it looks like. That's sick. It smells though. You can open the window if you want. That shit stinks though. I just love how the drips look so crazy on this one though. Like, wow. They just bleed so mean. That's the Spanish Montana. Yeah, looks crazy. So what I got here, I got some blue paint in this one right here that I could show you. So this is blue paint, so it's gonna kind of look more like that yellow, more like that white opaque paint, but you'll see. see how it kind of looks like it's just like opaque blue paint. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing really much to it. Suzuki tag. Zuko, my old dog. Alright, so that's the blue. There's the blue. You could get drips with this too if you just squeezed hard as shit. You gotta squeeze dummy hard. But really it's just cool for like those cool effects. But that's that. That's the blue. This is a white one right here. Little white. So I'll go ahead and add some of this. Okay, so for some reason my dumbass phone turned off, but if you were last thing I was doing, basically what I did is I put this red Incredible ink mixed into the Press and Go correction pen with this white paint. It was already in here, so I just added this Incredible ink. What I was basically saying was that this, to get your tags to look like this, use Spanish Montana paint or like an oil-based paint, which would be like silver, or like the white magic ink or black magic ink to get your tags to look like this. Or you can use ink to get it to look similar to this. It'll be like this or even better, more drippier. And if you want your tags to look like the blue or the white, just use a paint. So that's that. I added that ink with the paint in here. So this probably isn't a good mixture. I'm not sure if it's gonna curdle up or if it's gonna even work. It should still be a different color pigment because it's red and white, so it should still be like pink or light red or some shit. But like I said, regardless, don't expect this to work over a long period of time. I'm just doing this just as an experiment, pretty much. So as you can see, it's like a blood red or something, but what's kind of weird is it looks like it's trying to go back to white or something. It looks kind of weird. It's weird because it looks like it changes colors. It has certain parts where it's more red and certain parts where it's not. So it looks like it gets redder by the second. Yeah, it really does look like it gets more red by the second. So that's my little like experiment. I'm sure you could get drips with this too. You know, you could get drips with it. Let me turn it to the other side real quick. So as you can see, it goes from like a light red to a dark red, which I think is pretty cool. Looks crazy because it comes out light and then it just goes to like a blood red as the air dries. See how that halo is so light, but look how it goes red. That's sick as fuck, man. I didn't even really expect this to work, to be honest. Pretty cool. Starting to do that shit, but you get the picture, man. You can mix up. Now that I've seen this, I'm not sure how long this is gonna work. I don't see it not working though. It seems like it's okay. I'm not sure if it'll curdle, but you get the picture. You could add paint and ink. You could switch it up on them, create your own different little colors. Now you got the facts, no streaks, you know what I mean? Like, so you can decide what you want to use. Like I said earlier, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Shout out y'all, shout out all the other like graphers and YouTubers and channels that support this type of stuff, because I wouldn't have even been this far if it wasn't for y'all. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to my supporters and my people looking out for me. I got more stuff coming, like I always say, more shit up my sleeve. So just stay in tune. I got some more reviews for y'all. Appreciate it. Peace.